So good day everyone, I'm Lilibet P. Estrada. Today we will discuss Module 4, Lesson 1, the ICT Various Content Area. The title is The 21st Century Literacy Skills. So, learning outcomes po muna tayo at the end of the lesson. You should be able to identify and describe the elements of 21st century literacy skills, discuss the rationale for teaching and learning 21st century skills, write a personal lifelong learning plan or PLLP. Introduction. With the upsurge of the 21st century, the whole world has seen a period of extraordinary change in all territories, regardless of whether it is instructions, worldwide exchange in economy, innovation, or society. As of late, the COVID-19 pandemic is likewise hurling difficulties for a person to adapt to its effects. Usually, for such occasion, an alternate range of abilities is required that would empower an individual to adapt up and prevail with regards to confronting the difficulties, all things considered, prompting his or her comprehensive advancement. These abilities are tended to as 21st century skills, learning skills, transversal competencies, and so on. The 21st century skills are the aptitudes that are required by a person for his or her all-encompassing turns of events with the goal that he or she can add to the advancement and improvement of the general public, country, and world. So the abstractions is what are the 21st century skills. So the word abilities of the 21st century, it is refers to a wide range of belief, expertise, skills, work habits, and character traits by educators, school reformers, college professors, employers, and others to be critically important to success in today's world. 21st century skills refers to the skills that are required to enable an individual to face the challenge of the 21st century. So, a world that is globally active, digitally transforming, collaboratively moving forward, creatively progressing, seeking competent human resource, and quick in adapting change. So, ayun nga kay General Sir, ICT is a skill which is essential in the world we live in. So pupil needs to use the latest technology to offer them an effective education in the 21st century. So totoo nga naman dahil kung hindi tayo makikisabay sa ganitong proseso, uuso ay mapag-iiwanan talaga tayo ng makabagong kaalaman, lalong-lalo na sa teknolohiya. So maging si Wagner ay idiniin niya na kailangan ng mga estudyante ang ganitong klase o hindi lang po na estudyante ang ganitong klase ng survival skills upang maihanda tayo sa makabagong mundo. Subalit, kailangan nilang sundin ang 21st century o yung 21st century themes like global awareness, financial, economic, business, and entrepreneurial literacy, civic literacy, health literacy, and environmental literacy. So, first is unahin natin tong global awareness. The global awareness, it is make use of expertise from the 21st century to consider and fix global problems. So, learning from the engaging with people who represent various cultures, religions, and lifestyles in a spirit of mutual respect in open dialogue and personal work and community context. So, knowing other nations and traditions through the use of language other than English. So, next is the financial, economic, business, and entrepreneurial literacy. Knowing how to make the best personal financial decision and understanding the economy position in society, we use entrepreneurial skills to boost productivity and job opportunities in the workplace. So the third is civic literacy. So being able to engage efficiently in public life by learning how to remain updated and respecting policy processes. So exercising citizenship right and responsibilities at the local, state, national, and global levels is understanding the consequences of local and global political decisions. So the next is yung health literacy. In health literacy, it is obtaining, interpreting, and recognizing basic health knowledge and resources and using them in ways that improve health. So, kailangan po natin tong sundin. So, knowing preventive steps for physical and mental health include a healthy diet, nutrition, exercise, disease avoidance, and stress management. So, kahit gumagamit tayo ng makabagong teknolohiya or makabagong paraan, ay kailangan po talaga natin yung ating sundin natin yung tema ng 21st century para mas hindi tayo makain or hindi tayo madala talaga ng teknolohiya. So, next is usage of available information to make reasonable decision to safety. So, gamitin natin yung mga informasyon na talaga namang nakakatulong din sa atin. So, establishing and managing personal and family well-being priorities and understanding regional and international phases of public health and safety. So, that is health literacy. And the next is environmental literacy. In environmental literacy, we need to demonstrate awareness and understanding of the environment and the condition and circumstances that affect it, especially about air, atmosphere, land, food, energy, water, and ecosystem. So, show experience and awareness of the effect of society on the natural environment. Example is population growth, economic development, rate of resource, and etc. Next is investigate and evaluate environmental issues and draw definite conclusion on possible solution, and take individual and collective action to tackle the environment problem like global action approaches that encourage action on environmental issues. So, next is learning and innovation skills. Increasingly, learning and creative skills are recognized as those that distinguish students who are prepared for every more dynamic living and working environments in the 21st century and those who are not to prepare students for the futures. A focus on innovation, critical thinking, communication, and teamwork is essential. So, we need to creativity and innovation. So, like think creatively. So, using a large variety of methods to generate concepts such as brainstorming, creating new and exciting innovation, both revolutionary and incremental. Create, refine, evaluate, and assess your thinking to improve and optimize creative efforts. So, doon naman sa work creative with others is effectively create or introduce and pass on new ideas to others. So, be responsive and receptive to new and diverse perspective like job input and feedback. So, demonstrating originality and investment in the workplace and recognizing the actual drawbacks or introducing new ideas. See failures as an opportunity to learn. Know the creativity and innovation are the long-term cyclical cycle of minor success and regular errors. And the next is implement innovation. So, act on new ideas to make a concrete and meaningful difference to the area where the invention takes place. So, next is critical thinking and problem solving. So, we have reason effectively, use system thinking, make judgment and decision, and solve the problem. So, reason effectively is we need to use using the different forms of reasoning and like inductive, deductive, and it's according to the situation. So next is use system thinking. So analyze how portion of a whole communicate with each other to achieve overall result in complex system. And the make judgment and decision is first analyze and appraise facts, points, statements, and beliefs effectively. Next is analyze essential alternative perspectives, synthesize and connect the knowledge and the arguments, interpret details, and conclude using the best possible methodology. And the last is grant series through the learning experience and processing. So we need to solve the problem about the critical thinking and problem solving. So the first is solve different forms of unknown issues both conventionally and innovatively. Identify and ask essential questions which explain different perspectives and lead the better solution. So we have communication and collaboration. In communication and collaboration is we need to communicate clearly and collaborate with others. So communicate clearly, articulate true and ideas effectively in several ways in context using vocal, written, and non-verbal communication skills. Next is here to decode meaning effectively like information, beliefs, attitude, and attention. Using contact for a variety of purposes, for example, is educating, instructor, and motivating and persuading. Using various media and technology and know how to determine the performance of priori and their effects. So effectively interact, it can context including multilingual ones. So we need to collaborate with others. So this time is we need to demonstrate the ability to work with diverse teams efficiently and respectfully. We need to exercise flexibility and expertise to help make the sacrifice possible to achieve a shared goal and assume mutual responsibility for collaborative work and respect its team member contribution. In information, media, and technology skills, in the 21st century, people live in a technology and media sufficient environment characterized by different characteristics including exposure to an abundance of information. Number 2 is rapid improvement in technology resources, the opportunity to collaborate and make individual contribution on the unparalleled scale. Citizens and staffs useful in 21st century must be able to demonstrate a variety of practical and critical competence in information, media, and technology. So, information literacy. Information literacy, access and evaluate information. We have it is effectively time and productively or source access information and access details objectively and skillfully. So to use and manage information is we need to using details correctly and creatively for the specific issue or question. We need to manage information exchange from a large variety of sources and to apply a clear understanding of ethical or legal problems concerning access to and use of information. In media literacy, we need to analyze the media. So, we know how and why media messages are created and for what purposes. Examine how people understand terms differently, how principles and opinions are integrated or omitted, and how media can affect attitude and behaviors. Apply a clear understanding or ethical legal problems related to access and use of media. To create media products, know how and why media messages are created and for what purposes. So examine how people understand terms differently, how principles and opinions are integrated or omitted, and how media can affect attitude and behaviors. Or apply a clear understanding of ethical or legal problems related to access to use a media. And that is for my report, and next for Miss Balibar. Thank you.
ICT, Information Communication and Technology Literacy. Ang ICT, ito po yung iba't ibang uri ng technology tulad ng radyo, telebisyon, smartphones, computer at internet na kung saan ginagamit natin ang mga ito sa pakikipagkomunikasyon. Ito rin ay nagpaprocess, lumilikha at nagbabahagi ng mga impormasyon. Apply technology effectively. Using technology as an instrument for studying, arranging, analyzing, and communicating information. Using modern technology, computers, PDAs, media players, GPS, etc. Communication, networking tools, and social networks to access, handle, incorporate, analyze, and generate information that works in a knowledge economy successfully. Apply a clear understanding of ethical, legal problems related to access to and use of information technology. Next is life and career skills. Life and work environment today need much more than analytical skills and knowledge of content. In the globally competitive knowledge age, the ability to manage the diverse living and work environments requires students to pay close work and improving appropriate life skills and career skills. Next is flexibility and adaptability. The first is adapt to change. Respond to diverse tasks, employment schedules and contexts. Work successfully in an uncertain world and with shifting goals. The second is be flexible. Be flexible is effectively integrate feedback, addressing praise, failures, and criticism. Understand, negotiate, and balance different views and beliefs for achieving workable solutions, particularly in multicultural environment. Initiative and self-direction. First is manage goals and time. Set expectation with parameters of measurable and intangible performance. Tactical, short-term, and strategic long-term alignment goals. Using resources and effectively control workload. The second is work independently. Track, describe, prioritize, and execute tasks without direct supervision. The next is be self-directed learners. Go beyond the necessary skills or curricula to develop and enhance one's learning and knowledge. Demonstrate commitment to developing skills to professional level. Demonstrate dedication to lifelong learning and a critical reflection on past experiences to guide future development. Next is social and cross-cultural skills. The first is interact effectively with others. Know when listening is necessary and when to speak. Behave properly, professionally. The next is work effectively in diverse teams. Respect cultural differences and collaborate with people from all walks of life and community effectively. Responds openly to opposing ideas and beliefs. Profit from social and cultural preferences to generate new ideas and boost innovation in job effectiveness. Productivity and accountability. First is manage project. Set and achieve targets, particularly when faced with challenges and conflicting pressures. Prioritize, schedule, and execute work to achieve the desired outcome. Next is produce results. Demonstrate added qualities associated with the development of high-quality outputs, including the ability to work positively and ethically, efficiently manage time and tasks, multitask, participate actively, be consistent and prompt, present yourself professionally and with a proper mark. Collaborate and cooperate with teams, value and appreciate the diversity of groups, and be responsible for outcomes. Next is leadership and responsibility. First is guide and lead others. Using organizational and problem-solving skills to influence others and direct them towards an objective. Leverage other people's abilities to reach a shared goal. Encourage others to do their very best by example and selflessness. Demonstrate honesty and ethical action and exerting authority and control. Next is be responsible to others. Act professionally with broader groups, values, and mind. Next po is what is 21st century literacy skills? 21st century literacy skills is information, both from the traditional sources like books, newspaper, etc. and other digital sources like the internet site, social media, apps, etc. is to be used effectively and judiciously by students. It is to be seen carefully by the teacher that information available is used at all levels of Bloom's taxonomy. They must be able to recall, understand, apply, interpret, assess the information provided, and wield new knowledge. In growing up digital, how the net generation is changing your world gives the following 7 reasons why students use technology. Ito daw po ang 7 reason kung bakit kailangan ng mga estudyante na gumamit ng technology. The first is freedom of expression. Facility to use. It is per leakings. Multiple resources of information, open interaction, blend of work and play, connecting and collaborating, exploring and innovating. Next is tabular presentation of the basis, purpose, and strategy in the digital classroom. It first the basis. Accessing information, collaborating, communicating, using information, analyzing information, interpreting information, creating new information. The second is purpose. IMT makes the learning environment more existing than a traditional classroom environment and helps the student perform better in their respective careers. The third is strategy, digital classroom. With traditional blackboard, digital interactive boards should be placed in the classroom. This will aid in the teaching learning process and teaching of lesson related to space. Teachers can show videos of space to children for long-lasting memories. Next is activities that develop 21st century literacy skills. First is know-how. Know-how, the teacher must show the children how to look for the details and where to look. Then the teacher will give them topics to explore and will see how children are seeking and if they were following her instruction or not. The second is design an app. Design an app, students will be asked to identify a problem, environment, societal, school-related, and design an app using ICT to offer a viable solution to it, even if they do not have the technical know-how to create an app. They will plan on paper by preparing a detailed write-up on the why, what, how, etc. of the app. This would also enhance their critical thinking and decision making. Third is designing a blog, website, or PPT. Ask children to design a PPT or blog and see how they do that. Tell them what all can be done in the PPT or blog. This will help children to get information about how to use PowerPoint and Microsoft Word, etc. Next is closure. The key competitiveness challenge of the next decade is developing an integrated 21st century public education system that prepares Filipinos to succeed. Addressing this challenge requires stable, forward-thinking leadership from government, policymakers, and teachers. This lesson gives you details on the experience, skills, attitudes, and values to help you prepare to be an efficient teacher in the 21st century. That's all. Thank you.